know that in 18 you guys went against Jacksonville. How many times did you have joint practices with Washington? And overall in your career, how do you feel it's helped you?
I think this is my fourth time. We did Houston and New England when I was in Washington, and then Jacksonville and now Denver. I think it's a help. It certainly ratchets up the intensity a little bit for whatever reason. Makes it that much more competitive. And like I said, it just gives you a different look. I remember when New England came to Washington and the coverages they played, the way they played those coverages, it was just something we hadn't seen from our practices up to that point. And so it kind of gives you a new feel and a good change of pace. So I'm sure we'll get some of that today.
Some of that because it's not so much a team reacting to what they saw on tape. They're just going to try to do what they do, and you're going to try to do what you do, as opposed to it kind of gives you a good starting point as you start looking toward tape preparation for regular season games.
Yeah, it certainly gives you that start of, hey, this is what football feels like in season in terms of actually studying an opponent and being trying to get familiarized with what they do rather than just kind of focusing on our stuff, our plays, our offense, and kind of reacting to what our defense does. But it's somewhere in the middle right now where you're going to focus on your stuff, building those fundamentals, but at the same time understanding that we don't want to go out there, unaware of the looks we're going to get. And while it's still 11 guys on defense, it's still football. It's amazing the differences in techniques. The exact same coverage safety could be leaning a certain way because their rules are different. The corners could play a different technique at a different depth just because there's different philosophies on how things should get played. So not to get into the minutia too much, but I think it's good to see those different subtleties.
Kirk, after missing a couple days last week and coming back, how long do you feel like it took you to get back in the rhythm of the offense?
Had a great day right away, so I felt good right away.
Where have you seen KJ Osborn improve most from last year to this year?
He's done a tremendous job. Yeah, I can't say enough about the way he's played. Going back to OTAs, we kind of noticed during OTAs that he's taken a step. I would say he's had strong, aggressive hands, making difficult catches. He's showing up more on explosive plays. He's running by people. And obviously, what comes with being a second-year player is command and confidence that enables your actual ability to rise to the surface because you can turn your mind off a little bit and just go play. And I think that's showing in the way KJ's played so well.
Mark, with your relationship with Justin, what do you think he can do now? You can't really be practicing full on, but still be in sync with you mentally.
Yeah, he's getting all the walkthrough reps still, and we did a great walkthrough even after our team walkthrough, going over with some of the receivers and walking through some 2-minute and some situational work. And it's just really great mental work, talking through if they do this, we do this, and being on the same page. So between the meetings, the walkthroughs, and watching practice, there's still quite a bit that he can be involved in.
Kirk, since you got to Minnesota, what have you kind of learned about when Teddy Bridgewater was here and how popular he was? I'm sure we'll see a lot of number 5 jerseys in the stands and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, everybody that I know has spoken well of Teddy. I really go back with Teddy to 2011, I think it might have been. I'm not sure when we crossed paths, but I remember being around him. He was a high schooler, and I was a college counselor at a camp. We were there for about a week together in Southern California. It might have been 2010. And I remember he won the EA Sports video game tournament that week for the camp. And just had that big smile on his face. So I remember him then, and it followed his career going through college and into the pros. And everybody here speaks so highly of him, and I would just the same.
Kirk, it seems like Vic Fangio's defenses are sort of influencing the way a lot of teams play. What is it about his defense that's so difficult, or that other teams would want to adopt?
Covers the skies, place rush, good personnel. Mix up their fronts, mix up their personnel to your personnel. Variety of things they do.
For a veteran like yourself, who's an established starter, probably not going to play that much on Saturday, how valuable are the reps that you're going to get here against another team for the next couple of days?
Yeah, these are important days. Saturday's important too. I mean, it's all important, but these are important days, and you want to go out and put your best foot forward. And just like any practice, I mean, I don't care if it's an April, May workout, a June practice, an August practice, or preseason game, or the real thing. You always want to put your best stuff on tape, and the next 2 days are no different.
Kirk, with it going from 4 preseason games to 3, how does that change the amount of work you want to get in for yourself in the preseason here in the next 2 weeks?
We'll roll with what coach wants to do as far as what he thinks best for our team and making sure guys are healthy for the regular season. But I want to play as much as they'll let us play. I think we're always going to get better from the reps, and so it's hard to not want to be in there and learning. And even if you're making mistakes, you're making them in a time where it's not going to hurt you. So you'd rather go out there and make the mistakes in August than make them in September. So it's up to the coaches to make those decisions about how much to balance that.
Kirk, the offense as a whole, what are sort of the points of emphasis, or what do you want to accomplish against the Broncos these next few days?
It can be tough to evaluate the actual final result because you don't know, what was a broken tackle, what was a tackle. I don't even know if we're gonna have referees out here. You see one or two about even just, when were we holding, when were they pass interference? It's hard to know, but I think you want to mentally be on the details. So, when you saw coverage, did you see it correctly? Did you throw to the right spot? Did you get through your progression quickly? All the same things we're doing against our defense. Really, it's the same goals, same evaluation. The difference or the value comes in just having it be a different look.
Where do you assess the offense is growing the most? When we're seeing you guys at the end of practice doing a lot of those hurry-up situational drills, what have you guys gleaned from those, I guess, week 3 of camp?
I just see a lot of growth from younger players, and I guess you could say that any year, but I'm encouraged this year with guys in year 2, guys in year 3 who I just feel taking another step. I feel like I can really rely on them and count on them in big moments, and they seem to have that confidence and believe in themselves too. And I even look at some guys in year 3 or 4 like an Irv or Tyler Conklin who, as far as I'm concerned, it's like they're in year 10. I mean, they're just very experienced. They know what they're getting. They've been thrown in the fire before. They've had to pass protect, run block, catch the ball, run deep routes, run short routes. I mean, they've kind of done it all, and so you just love the familiarity that they have with what they're going to be asked to do, and that's been exciting to see.
How do you feel about Kelmon being back, and what have you done to maybe help him get up to speed after missing 10 days?
Yeah, I mean, he was still very involved with our meetings virtually. I mean, I was in the same boat, and you can still stay pretty plugged in, watching the practice film and being in all the meetings and the conversations. So he came right in, jumped right in, and has been, ready to go from the moment he got back.
Kirk, Kyle Rudolph was such a big red zone target for you. How do you cultivate that kind of trust with your other tight ends?
It's just work. You spend time in the red zone periods working. You spend time in the meeting room talking through it. You spend time post-practice running red zone routes, going back even to OTAs. And then a lot of it is week to week with the scheme, trying to figure out how to get guys open and what are really tight windows down there. And you just never know where the ball's going to go. I mean, I kept thinking, surely Adam Thielen's not going to catch another touchdown last year. Surely they're going to take him away. And we walk out the field and, shoot, he had 2 more touchdowns. So you just never really know. You got to go where your reads take you, but you also got to be able to react to when defenses are going to try to lean one way and take something away. All right, thanks, guys.